heading out to forage for sloes today on this very foggy afternoon, and I'm thinking about the barrage of bad press around foraging lately. A couple of weeks ago there was a flurry of articles basically making out that foragers are decimating the countryside and single-handedly ruining biodiversity. Now, there's a couple of things I want to address here. The first being that several articles use the same face of a content creator called Forage by Fern. Fern wasn't asked if they could use her picture, nor did any of the newspapers ask her for a comment or give her a chance to defend herself. And I feel really bad for her being used as a scapegoat like that. We love her content, so go and show your support by giving her a follow. Anyway, my next problem with all this negativity is that actually only 8% of the land in the UK is publicly accessible. And how much of that is actually forageable or even contains things that we want to forage? Dogs! So I don't think it's a few people picking mushrooms and berries that's killing off all the wildlife. I think it's perhaps the fact that vast swathes of land are packed with monoculture crops being sprayed with pesticides, insecticides and fungicides, all the sewerage and chemicals that are being dumped into our rivers, all the countless ships and planes burning through fossil fuel to bring food across the world to our supermarket shelves. So ask you this, what's worse for the wildlife? A small proportion of people foraging natural, local, wild food on a small proportion of the land, or a system that forces people to eat food sprayed with poison that stops the animals from eating it so that we can eat it ourselves, which is then transported around the world and stored in huge refrigerated warehouses that use loads of energy. I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that one. There have actually been scientific studies done which prove that foraging has no negative impact on the environment. In fact, it's been proven that mushroom foraging actually helps to spread the spores. Oh, sorry, I'm getting out of breath. Now, these poorly researched clickbait articles are clearly a sign of the times. Cost of living is sky high and people are seeking alternative ways to eat for less, which is pretty understandable. I think you agree. Another article I saw recently was about a bloke who reckoned he saved about £200 a month by foraging. Now, that article got a lot of laughs from the general public. Same people that moan about the cost of living crisis are laughing at those that are trying to find alternatives for themselves. A guy once laughed in Ben's face at one of our markets when Ben dared to say that you can eat for free. But it's true. And more people are discovering that for themselves, and I personally think that can only be a good thing. Galloway Wild Foods did a really good post about all this the other day, actually. I'll share the link to that in the comments section as well. He urged the foraging community to use this negativity as a reminder that we have a responsibility to promote sustainable foraging in a more meaningful way than just saying always forage responsibly. And he's right. So I'm going to do another video very soon, probably on my next dog walk, covering our top tips for foraging responsibly and sustainably. So keep your eye out for that. I better go and get these dogs under control before they go and chase any more pheasants. So thank you for watching. Stay wild, stay kind, and don't forget, don't believe everything you see in the media.